Good morning, America, and breaking news for our viewers in the West. Travel chaos as millions head out for the holiday. American Airlines grounding its entire fleet this morning. What led to the stoppage? The latest on delays and cancellations right now. Plus, White Christmas, a fast-moving storm bringing ice and snow to the Northeast this morning, and huge waves turning deadly in the West. This pier falling into the ocean, taken out by the powerful surf. We're tracking the latest right now.
Facing justice, the suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO in court under heavy guard, pleading not guilty to state charges of murder and terrorism.
Not guilty.
A crowd in support of the suspect outside the courthouse, why his lawyer says he may not be able to get a fair trial.
Former President Bill Clinton hospitalized. What we know about his condition this morning.
New twist in the Idaho College murders case.
Oh my God.
The separate home invasion just miles away and months earlier.
I heard my door open and I looked over and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife.
What ABC News is now learning about the case, still unsolved. Brian Koberger, once a person of interest, what it could mean for his trial.
Deadly boat explosion caught on camera.
Lauderdale Marina, reference to a boat fire. All units respond.
The heat so intense, the marina's sign melting. What we know about the inferno this morning.
Growing fallout from the bombshell allegations leveled by Blake Lively. Against her, it ends with us co-star and director.
It actually gets worse. Yeah.
No way.
The studio behind the box office hit now weighing in as the PR firm he hired fights back.
Here we go.
The secret's out. We're celebrating with a new queen of Christmas and the slam dunk surprises in this season of giving.
We're so happy to spread some holiday cheer.
And will someone wake up to $1 billion jackpot in their stocking as we track Santa on the move around the world this morning?
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Oh, I love that song. Good morning, America. So good to see you on this Christmas Eve. Rachel and Rebecca right here on the desk. It is so good to be with you this morning.
Great to see you, Gio. And you've been singing that song all morning,
all
just
morning
FYI.
long. It is an earworm. And you know what? Santa is on the move right now. That's the live Santa tracker right there. A big night ahead of him. His deliveries are never late. You know that. We are tracking the big guy this morning. We're going to go live to NORAD.
Yes, we are. And he's minding the drones out there, too. And by the way, he's not the only one on the move traveling. Millions are heading out today for the holidays with a dangerous combination of winter weather, of snow and ice. It could build on the roads in parts of the Midwest and Northeast.
Yeah, so you're taking a live look right now at a highway in Albany, New York. The snow already making driving difficult and potentially dangerous throughout the Northeast. Ariel Reshef joins us now with the latest. Ariel, it is a bitter cold start to the holidays.
Hey, good morning and happy holidays, Rachel. And it's not just the weather wreaking havoc. We've been following that breaking travel news this morning for our viewers in the West. American Airlines grounding flights this morning. The airline blaming a technical issue and apologizing to customers for the inconvenience. Fortunately, that ground stop was lifted after about an hour, and we're not seeing any major impacts on flights so far, but we'll track that ripple effect throughout the day. The disruption coming as a quick winter system is moving east this morning, bringing a white Christmas Eve for millions. This morning, a winter blast impacting millions traveling for the holidays. From Massachusetts to Wisconsin to Michigan to New York, swaths of the country blanketed by snow. Conditions enough to snarl some traffic on interstates and cause delays at the nation's busiest airports.
After 5 hours, they fully canceled the flight.
Everybody just gets a text message like flight canceled.
In Southern California, storms bringing 30-foot waves and flooding. In Santa Cruz, a man killed after a large wave pinned him under debris. This powerful Pacific surf knocking part of a pier into the ocean.
Oh my God.
Restrooms at the far end of the wharf breaking up and bobbing in the water. A man in a hard hat and another man near heavy equipment seen waving their arms, floating on the wreckage. 2 were rescued by jet skis. 1 other swam to shore. Luckily, the winter weather hasn't had a dire impact on travel. If you are driving to your holiday destination today, good news, AAA is predicting the roads will see minimal traffic, and the average price of gas is hovering around $3.04 for a gallon of regular. Safe travels, Gio.
Some good news. Happy holidays, my friend. Let's get you inside and out of those 26 degrees right now in Times Square. Let's bring in Danny Beckstrom from our station here in New York, WABC. You've got the holiday forecast. The big question, though, will it be a white Christmas? I know we want it so bad.
I heard that's what you asked Santa, so I'm working closely with him to deliver this for our Miami guy, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like in New York City, there's a chance for our first white Christmas in about 15 years. In Boston, a better luck with a couple inches possible. Want to take you to Butler, Pennsylvania. Hollywood couldn't dress the set better than this. Beautiful 1 to 4 inches of snow falling from portions of PA up through New England. And that snow line approaching the I-95 corridor as we speak. Want to put Futurecast into play for you. There's some ice possible from DC up through Philly, slick roads this morning, but snow from Philly up through Boston. Now, minor delays are possible just given the fact that snow's on the way, but this line is out of here by midday and things quiet down into tonight. On the other side of the country, a major storm pushing into the Pacific Northwest. Rain and mountain snow. We're looking at winter storm watches in parts of Oregon up through Washington, even Northern California. We got to talk flood alerts. Quite a bit of rain falling, especially for Northern California. Just south of Redding this morning, a flash flood warning for a burn scar. That could mean mudslides in portions of that area, and high surf warning as well. We got to talk about some of these waves, guys. Incredible on the West Coast.
Yeah.
That storm system is significant. So we'll have more on that coming up in just a bit.
All right, excellent.
Danny, thank you. All right, now to the suspect in the United Healthcare CEO murder. Luigi Mangione appearing in a New York courtroom yesterday, pleading not guilty to state murder and terror charges. Trevor Auld is here with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Rachel. So this has quickly become one of the most high-profile cases in recent memory. And in his first appearance in state court Monday, Luigi Mangione displayed little emotion at the defense table, only saying he is not guilty.
How do you plead to this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Luigi Mangione has entered 11 not guilty pleas to state murder and terror charges in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Luigi, want to say something?
Mangione making his first New York State Court appearance Monday, walking through the courthouse dressed in that maroon sweater and a white-collared shirt, his hands and feet in shackles. The 26-year-old at times seen cracking a smile in the courtroom. His state charges include first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism. He also faces several federal charges, his attorney claiming in court that Mangione's rights are being violated.
He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career. It was absolutely unnecessary.
The defense questioning whether Mangione can get a fair trial after his dramatic arrival in New York on an NYPD helicopter, his perp walk heavily guarded. New York City Mayor Adams there waiting. Mayor Adams responding to those claims, saying he wanted his appearance to send a strong message.
I needed to be there to say to them and other New Yorkers that we will not tolerate and accept violence of this nature.
And outside the courthouse, people gathering in support of the accused killer.
Justice for some, not justice for all!
Holding signs that read "People over profit, health over wealth," and "Deny, defend, depose," which Mangione is accused of writing on bullet casings found at the murder scene. The support flying in the face of officials who have called to condemn the suspect.
In some dark corners, this killer is being hailed as a hero. Hear me on this. He is no hero.
Now, prosecutors say the Manhattan District Attorney's Office has primary jurisdiction here, so he's going to be tried for the state charges before the federal charges. Mangione's due back in court January 18th.
All right, Trevor, thank you. Meantime, former President Bill Clinton is in the hospital on this Christmas Eve. The 78-year-old admitted yesterday due to a fever. Elizabeth Schulze has the latest. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. Former President Bill Clinton is under routine observation this morning at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital here in Washington. He was admitted Monday afternoon for testing after developing a fever. His spokesperson tells us he's awake, fine and alert, and in good spirits. Clinton, who is 78 years old, has been on a media tour in recent weeks promoting his latest book. He maintains an active travel schedule and is a regular presence, an elder statesman in the Democratic Party, speaking at his 13th Democratic National Convention last summer in Chicago. Since he left office in 2001, the former president has faced a couple of health scares. He underwent quadruple bypass surgery in 2004 and another heart procedure inserting 2 stents into his coronary artery in 2010. Clinton's spokesperson says he is grateful for the excellent care he's receiving and is hopeful the former president will be back home by Christmas. Rachel.
We know so many wishing him well this morning. All right, Elizabeth Scholze reporting from Washington for us. Elizabeth, thank you. We turn now to the fallout from the scathing House Ethics Bipartisan Committee report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. That committee finding, quote, substantial evidence that he paid women for sex, including a 17-year-old girl, and that he used illegal drugs. Our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, is live in Washington with the latest, and Selena, Gaetz with a forceful denial of those allegations.
That's right, Rachel. Good morning to you. Matt Gaetz is fighting back after the House Ethics Committee released its bombshell report alleging he regularly paid women for sex and used illegal drugs.
This morning, Matt Gaetz is lashing out after the House Ethics Committee released a scathing bipartisan report alleging disturbing and potentially criminal behavior. The committee saying there's, quote, substantial evidence that Gaetz had sex with an underage girl in 2017, an allegation Gaetz has repeatedly denied. That woman, now in her 20s, told the committee she had sex with Gaetz when she was 17 and had just finished her junior year of high school. She said she never told Gaetz she was under 18 and he did not ask, but claims the then congressman paid her $400 in cash that evening, which, quote, she understood to be payment for sex. For years, Gaetz has denied all wrongdoing. He was previously under investigation by the Department of Justice, though the DOJ declined to prosecute.
What is happening is an extortion of me and my family.
But the new report also claims he paid nearly $100,000 to 12 different women for sex between 2017 and 2020 and used illicit drugs on multiple occasions between 2017 and 2019. Now Gaetz is firing back on social media, saying the payments were gifts to women he was dating. The committee voting to publish its years-long investigation based on nearly 14,000 documents and more than 24 interviews.
Claims against Mr. Gaetz, I think, are sufficiently serious that we thought, that there should be transparency on this and that release was important for the public.
And overnight, Matt Gaetz shared this photo of an article that he says Donald Trump sent him, signed with the note, "Very unfair." Now, the 42-year-old resigned from Congress just weeks ago after Donald Trump tapped him to lead the Department of Justice, but then he withdrew his name just days later amid pushback from key senators and as news leaked that this House Ethics Committee report was about to go public. Rachel?
Yeah, I know a lot of Republican senators had some concerns over this. All right, Selena Wang reporting for us in Washington. Selena, thank you. Gio?
All right, Rachel, we're going to turn now to a deadly boat explosion at a dock in Florida that left one person dead. Perry Russum is here with the investigation. Good morning, Perry.
Gio, good morning to you. You have to see this video. People standing on a dock in Florida when out of nowhere, it explodes. This morning, an urgent investigation into a deadly boat explosion at a Florida marina, captured on a live stream from an EarthCam webcam.
Lauderdale Marina, reference to a boat fire. All units respond.
The boat is seen at the dock shortly before 6 p.m. with people milling about. Then smoke begins to billow from the back. Several people run from the boat. Then the violent explosion, tearing it in half, sending debris flying. One person originally listed as missing was later confirmed dead. 5 others injured, 3 sustaining traumatic injuries and were transported to the hospital. Several people on the scene tried throwing water on the boat, but they were no match for the inferno. Firefighters racing to the scene, the heat so intense it melted the marina sign. The boat still on fire was drifting dangerously close to another, and that caught fire too, burning beyond recognition. Partially submerged twisted metal and fiberglass is all that remains of the boat. The Coast Guard called in to help as investigators search for the cause of the blast. And then in the video, it appears someone was thrown from the boat during the blast. Investigators were on the scene for hours last night, still waiting for the name of the person who was killed.
Yeah, just so sad and so scary, but no doubt about it. We will be watching that. And by the way, we should say this is your first time here on GMA during the week. So
thank you, guys.
Welcome to a sad story, but we're glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another Washington, D.C.er with us.
Yes.
Good to see you, Perry.
Thank you, Perry. Okay, we're turning now to the possible Christmas miracle. Someone could win tonight's nearly billion-dollar Mega Millions drawing, and Andrew Dimbert is here with more on that, including someone finally coming forward to claim another massive jackpot. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning. You know, Christmas comes but once a year, and a historic lottery jackpot is drawing near. Guys, how does a nice near billion-dollar stocking stuffer sound? Probably better than a pair of socks. Well, tonight, a lucky lotto winner or winners may see a Mega Millions miracle. Since there hasn't been a winner since September, tonight's Christmas Eve grand prize has soared to $970 million. The more the merrier, making this the 7th largest jackpot in the lottery's history. Meanwhile, it's not just the Grinch seeing green. An anonymous New Jersey resident isn't getting a lump of coal, but a lump sum of cash this Christmas after coming forward to claim the $1.13 billion Mega Millions jackpot from March. That March drawing was the 5th largest grand prize ever. So what took so long? That's a good question, considering lottery winners in New Jersey only have 1 year from the drawing day to claim the ticket before it expires. Cutting it a little close there. Back to tonight's jumbo jackpot. You have until 10 p.m. Eastern to purchase a $2 ticket. But before you start to deck the halls with boughs of money, the odds of winning about 1 in 303 million, according to lottery officials. But here's some holiday hope. You do actually have a better chance of winning tonight's prize than filling out a perfect March Madness bracket, if you can believe that. So there's always a chance.
Well, there's always a chance,
I'll
Andrew.
take it.
Thank you for keeping it hopeful on this holiday. Happy holidays to you. Coming up, the new development in the Idaho College murders case. Diane Macedo is here with that.
Rebecca, 1 year before those 4 students were killed in their off-campus home, ABC News has learned there was an eerily similar home invasion miles away. What it could mean for Brian Kohberger's case, I'll have that coming up.
And that new fallout in the Hollywood battle between Blake Lively and her co-star and director Justin Baldoni in that film It Ends With Us, who is now coming to her defense.
And the best last-minute deals for gifts that you can still get under the tree in time for Christmas.
So guys, we're looking behind me. That snow is approaching New York City as we speak. I'm hoping for at least an inch to make it a white Christmas.
White Christmas, yes,
I know.
absolutely.
Hopefully for the first time since
Even
2009.
some flurries, we'll have that, right? Hey, we're tracking Santa all morning long here. I'm hearing he's about to reach Fiji. We'll be right back.
What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is the swell time to go right.
Welcome back to GMA. That is Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls, a classic. It's been 20 years, and she might be the new queen of Christmas again, thanks to her hit new movie. We've got those details coming up in Pop News.
Do you know we planned a vacation specifically because of one of her new Christmas movies?
No.
And it was good. Park City, Utah. It was
really?
fantastic. Yeah.
That movie, a Christmas classic, and it never gets old, right?
Yeah, right.
But first, we're going to take a look at the top headlines that we're following right now. This breaking right now, American Airlines has requested a ground stop for all of its flights. The airline saying that a technical issue is the problem and is working to resolve the issues as quickly as possible. All flights that are currently in the air will continue to their destinations. We'll have more on this coming up. And spectacular images from Hawaii as one of the world's most active volcanoes erupted on Monday, spewing fountains of lava more than 260 feet into the air. Kilauea's eruption also sent a plume of toxic gas over the Big Island. The U.S. Geological Survey said there are no immediate threats to infrastructure. 5 skiers were injured in a chairlift collision on Monday at Heavenly Mountain Resort outside Lake Tahoe, just over the Nevada border. At least 3 of those skiers plummeted some 30 feet from it. The lift appeared to slide backwards, striking the chair behind it. All 5 were hospitalized.
And it was a total domination on Monday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers pitched a shutout against the New Orleans Saints, beating them 34-0. The Packers clinched a playoff spot with the victory. And I know Robin this morning must be really sad about her Saints.
Really sad. You know who's going to be happy? The Hansons, all my in-laws that I'm going to see later today. Hi, Hansons.
Okay, well, they're happy about the Packers. And we've got a lot more ahead here, including last-minute deals that you can still score in time for Christmas morning. That is coming up.
But we turn now, Gio, to a new twist in the Idaho College murders case. Officials now say the suspect, Brian Kohberger, was investigated in connection with an earlier home invasion. Diane Macedo is here with the story. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Rebecca. So after he was named a suspect in those student murders, Brian Kohberger was named a person of interest in an eerily similar home invasion. Now police say he's no longer a person of interest in that break-in, but the case could still have a big impact on his murder trial.
This morning, a new twist in the investigation of University of Idaho murder suspect Brian Kohberger.
Oh my God.
Body camera footage obtained by ABC News shows police responding to an alleged home invasion 1 year before the murders, less than 10 miles from the off-campus home where 4 University of Idaho students were stabbed to death. The woman tells police it was about 3:30 a.m. when a masked intruder entered her bedroom in Pullman, Washington, holding a knife.
I heard my door open and I looked over and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife. And so I kicked the out of their stomach and screamed super loud, and they flew back into my closet and then ran out my door and up the stairs.
According to the police report, she said the suspect was silent the whole time, and while one of her roommates quickly called police, officers found no suspect or evidence. Months later, Kohberger was arrested for the stabbing deaths of Kaylee Gonsalves, Madden Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in Moscow, Idaho, where the killer also allegedly had a knife, wore a mask, entered the home in the early morning hours, and was silent as he left. 13 days later, Kohberger was named a person of interest in the Pullman case.
When you look at the Idaho murders, one of the things that detectives and agents did almost immediately is, are there other cases in the area that might have some similarities? For example, fingerprints, DNA, hair samples, anything that you could either biologically or genetically or fingerprint-wise link the suspect to that particular burglary.
But according to the report, the woman described the Pullman suspect as 5'3" to 5'5". Kohberger is 6 feet tall. The report also reveals Kohberger, a Pennsylvania resident, was not yet enrolled at Washington State University, nor was he visiting the campus as a prospective graduate student. Pullman police tell ABC News Kohberger is no longer a person of interest in the break-in, adding, "We have no reason or evidence to believe he was involved in this burglary at this time." The case is now closed, but remains unsolved. Now, with Kohberger's murder trial slated to start in August, questions are growing about whether the defense will try to use that to raise doubt.
Without a doubt, Brian Kohberger's defense team is going to try to raise reasonable doubt by pointing to an alternative suspect. In using this alleged burglary, the question becomes, why would a judge admit this evidence where nothing about this case tends to prove that Brian Kohberger was not the murderer?
And the victim in that break-in is speaking exclusively to ABC News, saying, quote, "My family and I have been frustrated that the case was not investigated more in depth or resolved." As for Kohberger's murder trial, the judge has entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. He could face the death penalty, guys, if he's convicted.
Another twist in this, right, Dan? Thank you. We turn now to the latest in that Hollywood bombshell. Actress Blake Lively accusing Justin Baldoni, her co-star and director in the film It Ends With Us, of sexual harassment and trying to smear her reputation. Now we are hearing from the movie studio and his PR team. Melissa Don is tracking it all from Los Angeles. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Rachel. So this feud only intensifying. And now the question that Justin Baldoni's PR team is raising: how did Blake Lively's lawyers obtain text messages from Baldoni's PR team in which one reads, "We can bury anyone"?
This morning, the studio behind the box office hit It Ends With Us, breaking its silence as the legal feud between the film's stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni escalates.
It actually gets worse. Yeah.
No way. Sony Pictures throwing its support behind the superstar actress. A spokesperson writing in a statement, "We have previously expressed our support for Blake in connection with her work on and for the film. We fully and firmly reiterate that support today," adding, "We strongly condemn any reputational attacks on her." Lively filed an 80-page complaint against her co-star and director, accusing him of sexual harassment and a retaliatory smear campaign, which Baldoni strongly denies.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends. At the center of it all, Melissa Nathan, the crisis PR manager whom Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, hired.
Crisis PR is something that's used in politics and in entertainment and in sports, and their job is to kind of basically hold the line while other people come up with a more long-term plan to turn things around. They're trying to stop a scandal from metastasizing.
Now the team hired by Baldoni is fighting back against accusations from Lively that they damaged her reputation. But attorneys for Nathan say her firm, Tag PR, didn't have to take action, saying audiences found Lively's own actions, interviews, and marketing during the promotional tour distasteful and responded organically to that which the media themselves picked up on. Lively's filing revealing private text messages between Nathan and Baldoni's personal publicist. Nathan texting, "We can't write, we will destroy her. We will go to this. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. And we can bury anyone." Attorneys for Nathan, who also represent Baldoni, say those messages were obtained improperly and are taken out of context.
Lawyers will argue about how those quotes were obtained. There'll be differing opinions about whether or not that's admissible in court. But in the court of public opinion, I think the damage is done.
I want a divorce.
Lively's complaint rocking Hollywood, alleging that on set of It Ends With Us, Baldoni showed nude videos and images of women, improvised intimate scenes without consent, and criticized Lively's weight and body. Baldoni calling Lively's accusations shameful and categorically false.
Now, SAG-AFTRA, the actors union, coming to defense for Lively, and Baldoni's longtime podcast co-host Liz Plank announcing she's no longer co-hosting with him the Man Enough podcast. Now, all this legal battle could really complicate the future of the movie franchise, with Baldoni owning the rights to the Ends With Us sequel. Gio?
New developments in this every single day. All right, Melissa, thank you so much. We've been talking about that white Christmas, and we've got some happy breaking news right now. It is snowing in Times Square. Look at that right there. It is the final shopping day before Christmas, and there are still some deals out there to be had. Elizabeth Schulze is back with all the information that procrastinators, I'm not pointing any fingers,
what?
they need to hear.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Hey, Elizabeth, good morning. One day away.
Hey,
Here we go.
I know you guys are among those procrastinators. So look, it's really crunch time right now for anyone who still is holiday shopping. But we did find a few deals where you can still get the gift under the tree or next to the menorah by tomorrow. At this point, you are really going to want to rely on same-day shipping or in-store pickup from big retailers. So take a look at these Beats headphones on Amazon. They are almost $200 off for a sale price of $170 and eligible for delivery today. At Target, this Barbie vacation house was $114. Now it's $58. Check your store's availability, but pick up within 2 hours at some locations. How about this Keurig Express coffee maker? It's now $33, down from $55 at Walmart with same-day pickup available. If you've waited this long, guys, to buy gifts, you probably are going to need some coffee when you're doing all that wrapping later tonight.
That is certainly true. And you know, Elizabeth, this is the time of the year where you go to the mall. There is so hard to find a parking space. So if you don't want to brave those long lines, the crowded lines at the stores, what other options are available?
Okay, Rachel, some other last-minute gift deals that don't require any wrapping or the long lines are subscriptions. Audible's great for bookworms. A 3-month subscription right now, just 99 cents a month, down from $15. Maybe a loved one's been talking about learning a new language. Well, a 1-year Rosetta Stone subscription right now, $10, down from $20. You can always consider stopping by a local small business and picking up a gift card there too, guys.
Always love a gift card, Elizabeth. You've been keeping us up to date on this all season long. What is your last piece of wisdom for those heading out today?
Okay, well, I guess wear a warm coat if it's cold. That's one piece. But if you are shopping in person, yes, of course, can't help myself. Look, remember, a lot of stores are going to close early today. Best Buy, Home Depot, Walmart, grocery stores, including Aldi and Trader Joe's, they have early holiday hours, so check those store hours. A lot of retailers fully closed on Christmas Day, including most banks. So if you are planning to withdraw some cold, hard cash for a gift, no one's going to be upset about that. And go to the bank in person. You do want to get that off your list today, guys.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Happy holidays. Now with our play of the day, and you have this sweet story, Gio.
Yeah, you know, it is the season of giving, right? And as part of NBA Cares, all 30 teams are hosting charitable events to support their communities, brightening the holidays and helping those who need it most.
Murray pulls the trigger. Good!
As the NBA's biggest stars gear up for those highly anticipated Christmas games, meaningful holiday cheer is happening off the court. 30 NBA teams spent the past month partnering with organizations in their community to give back.
Are y'all having fun today? All right.
Two-time MVP Steph Curry and his wife Aisha hosting their 12th annual Christmas with the Currys event in Oakland.
We're so happy to spread some holiday cheer.
The couple surprising more than 200 students with a holiday celebration full of prizes, games, and even a snow maze, plus a pop-up book fair to help promote literacy.
Just the appreciation from everybody who's here on just what it means, not just for the community, but for the kids, the teachers, the families. It means the world.
In Los Angeles, the Lakers serving up good cheer and good food at the local Boys and Girls Clubs, creating lasting memories for the city's youth. And on the East Coast, the New York Knicks and point guard Jalen Brunson providing a shopping spree for single mothers, hoping to put some gifts under the tree this year.
Those courtside seats?
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks.
Brunson and power forward Karl Anthony Towns also surprising young fans with the MVP treatment thanks to the Make-A-Wish and Garden of Dreams Foundation.
Please enjoy the game. I can't wait. Hopefully we get to a dub tonight as well.
Oh, how nice is
Really
that?
sweet.
And the NBA is also giving the gift of basketball. An all-day feast on Christmas Day. It starts at noon Eastern with Dunk the Halls. It's a real-time animated version of the Spurs versus the Knicks on ESPN2 and Disney+. Then check out 4 more matchups on ABC and ESPN. Look at that.
You have a full calendar ahead. And coming up, Gifting 911. Lori B's back with last-minute ideas you don't have to leave home to get or even have delivered as we celebrate Christmas Eve with our karaoke carolers. There they are.
In the snow.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Breaking news, American Airlines grounding all flights due to a technical issue on one of the busiest travel days of the year. We have the latest.
Sleep maxing. It's the new viral trend on TikTok. People trying to get the most out of their rest and recovery, how they're doing it, what helps and what doesn't.
Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag.
And Christmas is here. This morning, we are tracking Santa and giving you some last-minute gift ideas that you can get under the tree in these final hours without leaving home. Plus, we've got the scoop on the holiday games that you'll want to play with your family and friends as we say, Good Morning, America.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
Good morning, America. Happy holidays, guys. Merry Christmas Eve. You see it out there. The snow is coming down hard this morning.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. And we are so happy to have with us our karaoke carolers. They're here in Times Square this morning, decking our halls with our favorite holiday songs. They're the students from Repertory Company High School for the Theater Arts. And they're all here.
Yeah.
The dance moves, they're bearing out the snow. They're doing great out there.
I love that they actually are getting to sing in the snow. How special is that, right? And Santa's already hard at work this morning, traveling around the globe. And we're going to check in live with NORAD as they track St. Nick's path across the world. We're going to see where he's delivering gifts and holiday cheer right now.
Plus, King Charles' holiday message and why it might look a little different this year. But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the breaking news about a holiday travel headache as millions are already heading out. Ariel Reshef is back with that. Good morning again, Ariel.
Good morning. Happy holidays, Rachel. American Airlines briefly grounding all its flights this morning. The airline blaming a technical issue, apologizing to its customers for the inconvenience. After around an hour, the airline saying the ground stop had been lifted and flights were beginning to board again. That disruption coming as a winter blast is impacting millions for the holidays, from Wisconsin to Michigan to Massachusetts to right here in New York. Swaths of the country blanketed by 1 to 6 inches of snow. Conditions enough to snarl some traffic on interstates and cause some delays at some of the nation's busiest airports. But there is good news for those commuting by train. Amtrak saying that service has been fully restored after signal issues caused major delays along the Northeast corridor. In Southern California, storms brought 30-foot waves and flooding. So far, the winter weather hasn't had a dire impact on travel, but like most years, there may be some interruptions. If you are driving to your holiday destination, be aware that the roads could be slick, but there is a bright spot this Christmas Eve. AAA is predicting minimal traffic, and the average price of gas is hovering around $3.04 for a gallon of regular. Safe travels, Rachel.
Definitely. All right, Ariel, stay warm out there, and let's get the holiday forecast from meteorologist Danny Beckstrom for our New York station, WABC. All right, Danny, we were like little kids sitting at the desk. We said, look outside, it is snowing. So many dreaming of that white Christmas.
Gorgeous. Behind Ariel, the snowflakes falling, right? New York City giving its best snow globe impression this Christmas Eve morning. Beautiful look out in Times Square. My little sister's standing in Times Square right now. Should I let her inside? Might be a little cold. I don't know. Let's time this out. Winter weather advisories for 9 states as that line of snow tracks through the tri-state area as we speak. We're looking at the potential for freezing rain from D.C. up through Philly, so it'll be slick there. But from Philadelphia to Boston, it's snow. But this is out of here pretty quickly. Looks like even by midday, we're wrapping up those showers as the clouds break. Now, on the other side of the country, the first of a series of systems. This is a major winter storm pushing into the West Coast. Heavy rain for the valleys and heavy mountain snow. White Christmas, we're all hoping for it, right? And some of my favorite spots across the country seeing that white Christmas. We're talking Sun Valley, Park City, the Wasatch Front. Already seeing a couple feet feet of snow for sure, with an additional 1 to 3 feet in the Cascades today. So some spots, yes, are enjoying that white Christmas. And even here in New York City, a dusting up to an inch. So I'm crossing my fingers it sticks into tomorrow.
All right, Danny, thank you. We're turning now to trouble for another top retailer, the Container Store, filing for bankruptcy protection just days before Christmas. Elizabeth Schulze is back with those details. Hello again, Elizabeth. Nice to see you.
Hey again, Rebecca. You know, this is the latest example of financial trouble for a brick and mortar retailer that is really a household name. The Container Store, which is known for its storage and organizing products, now says it will enter Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It has faced slow sales with competitors like Target offering cheaper prices. All 100 Container Store locations in the U.S. will stay open for now, but we are seeing other retailers like Party City shutter stores after declaring bankruptcy. The brand that was once a staple for party decorations is now closing all of its 700 locations. And last week, Big Lots announced it will liquidate about 900 of its remaining stores. Another factor there is that home goods brands are struggling because fewer people are buying new homes right now. When you look at the big picture for retail locations, about 7,300 stores have closed so far this year, according to research from Coresight, and that is up almost 60% compared to 1 year ago. At the same time, this holiday season is already ushering in record sales online. A lot more of that shopping is happening on your phone versus in store, Gio.
Yeah, so many brick and mortar stores are suffering right now. Yeah. All right, Elizabeth, thank you. We're going to go overseas now to the UK and the annual Christmas message from King Charles. A bit of a break with tradition this time as the royal family wraps up a year marked by medical challenges, of course. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is in London with more on this. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Gio. This hasn't happened in the UK in over 10 years. Buckingham Palace revealing King Charles' Christmas message won't come from inside the palace or Windsor Castle, as is traditional, but it's going to come from a former hospital chapel. A picture of the king has been released showing him inside this ornate chapel alongside a large Christmas tree that, now the recording has taken place, is going to be donated to a hospice in London. The monarch has made a Christmas address to the nation in Great Britain since the 1930s, and choosing a chapel, of course, is particularly poignant. It's been a tough year health-wise for the royals, with the king and Princess Kate undergoing cancer treatment. Although Kate's treatment has now finished, we learned last week that Charles will continue to undergo treatment next year. The palace not revealing the type or stage of his cancer, but I think in a potentially positive sign, he has a busy schedule planned for next year, including overseas trips. Now, of course, the King's speech is going to be broadcast here on Christmas Day with the family gathered at their country residence, Sandringham, all expected to watch. Guys.
All right, Ian, thank you. Happy holidays to you. And coming up in our GMA morning menu, we're checking out the TikTok trend known as sleep maxing, how it might help you get the most out of your sleep.
Also ahead, the hottest holiday movies of the season, why Lindsay Lohan may be the new queen of Christmas.
Plus, we have some fun games that you can play for the holidays as you gather with your family and friends. And Lori B is here with Gifting 911. We need it.
Well, I'm here to help. And that's right, guys. You still have time to get those last-minute gifts. I've got some great ideas, from subscriptions to experiences and fun ways to give them. And that's all coming up right here on GMA.
On the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Bobbin. Welcome back to GMA. We're so happy to have our karaoke carolers here with us this morning, singing everyone's favorite holiday songs. And we have a very special Christmas edition of Pop News with you, Gio.
Special because of me?
Well, it's always special when you're here, Gigi.
All right, Santa's on his big worldwide mission to give presents and joy. So let's find out more about what he's up to right now with a Pop News Live exclusive. Lieutenant General Thomas Carden Jr. joins us now from the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, of course. That's the organization that tracks Santa. Lieutenant General, good morning. Thanks for being here. So where's the big guy right now? What's his route?
Well, good morning. It's an honor to be here today. Santa's been moving now for just over 2 hours. I think he just cleared Russia just a little while ago, and he's continuing his trek west.
I know that a lot of people right now watching are wondering, how do you track Santa? So how do you do it?
Well, you know, every single day at NORAD, we use a combination of radars, satellites, and our fighter jets. And today, obviously, we have a very special aviator in the sky, and we use all those resources every single day. And today, we're focusing an additional aviator with Santa.
And I heard that NORAD actually started tracking Santa because of a mistake.
Yeah, back in 1955, a young man responded to a misprint on a telephone number to talk to Santa. An enterprising colonel here at NORAD answered the phone. We've been answering that phone ever since for now 69 years.
Well, Lieutenant General, I know you are very, very busy, so we appreciate you checking in with us here on GMA. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, sir.
Thank you all very much. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. And you can track Santa on NORAD's website or through their Santa tracking app. How about that?
That's fun. It was a mistake that led to all of this.
A mistake, and here we are. We're still tracking Santa. All right, how about this? The new Queen of Christmas, while Mariah Carey still owns the carols, her classic All I Want for Christmas just hit 17 total weeks on the Billboard charts, making it her longest running #1 single. But it's Lindsay Lohan dominating our screens right now. Lohan is officially part of the season's most popular Christmas movie, thanks to her Netflix hit, Our Little Secret. It's such a good movie. I loved it. Samba TV research reveals that over 3.2 million households have tuned in to watch the holiday rom-com since November 1st. And Netflix really is dominating the charts right now. The Lacey Chabert's Hot Frosty, Meet Me Next Christmas, and Merry Gentlemen rounding out the list for top 4 most popular Christmas movies online right now. They're a lot of fun, plenty to pick from when you're spending time with your family the next couple of days. Have you seen some of these?
Not like you have. How many times have you watched that Lindsay Lohan film?
But you know what? I do love it. I love it. That one and the one 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Listen, you got to plan the trips because she knows where to go. She's the Queen of Christmas now, right? And finally, the puppies picking their favorite Christmas toys at the Humane Educational Society in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is an annual tradition put on by the shelter because, as their executive director, Rebecca Bryan, told us, once they did it the first time, they needed to do it every year after that. So while this video only features a few of the dogs, the shelter says all of their dogs get to pick out a Christmas toy donated by pet stores in the area. That video racking up over 32 million views on the shelter's TikTok right now. I mean, look, it's no question, right? They're cute. Brian revealing to GMA that half of the dogs in that video alone have been adopted right now. 40 total have found their forever homes in the 4 days since that video dropped.
Oh, I love that.
That's so special.
So special. Christmas for the pups.
Right? How'd I do with your pop news?
I know, I love it. You were excellent. Always special. Man of the hour. Not taking anything away from Santa Claus. Now to our Science of You series, looking at the importance of sleep just in time for the holiday break. This morning, we're looking at the new viral trend on TikTok known as sleep maxing. Of course, that's where people are trying to maximize their rest and recovery every night. So Becky Worley has been checking out the techniques. She joins us now. Hey, Becky.
Rachel, good morning. I don't know about you, but this time of year, my sleep goes crazy. My schedule's disrupted. The nights are long. I don't know. How's your sleep?
Not great these days.
Well, we wanted to start off talking about Sleep Max and start with light exposure. So we've all heard about minimizing screens and blue light before bed, but Sleep Maxers look at this from the opposite side of the equation. They want to maximize blue light or white light in the morning. They say go outside 2 to 10 minutes as soon as you can each morning, and they mean outside. They say daylight through a window is a lot less potent, but if you can't do that, you can sit next to a blue light lamp like the one you have on set there. It's something that's rated at 10,000 lux. That's how bright it is. It sounds all of this kind of woo-woo, but there is actual science behind it. You see, we're hardwired to wake at daybreak. Blue light actually penetrates into our cells and can help set our circadian rhythm. Sounds crazy, but this is a big tenet of sleep maxing.
All right, so Becky, we have the lights here. We also have some of these supplements. So I've been seeing this trend all over TikTok, people making these sort of mocktails at night using the tart cherry juice, even magnesium. What is the science behind this? Does it actually work?
Oh yeah, the Sleepy Girl mocktail is hot, but here's the real science behind it. Some studies suggest slight improvements in your sleep if you add magnesium or GABA or L-theanine or tart cherry juice. Those are the 4 that have been listed. But you gotta know, there are a lot of people trying to sell you a good night's sleep, and it just doesn't work that way. These supplements might make a little difference, but there are no silver bullets for sleep. One free thing that does help, though, is moderate and regular exercise early in the day. It's free, it's good for you in a lot of ways, but you should probably think about avoiding vigorous exercise close to bedtime, Rachel.
Yeah, after all the holiday shopping, free is a good word to improve the sleep. I got to ask about the white noise machines. I'm on the fence about this one, Becky.
You probably should be, and here's the thing. White noise machines may help mask some sounds that could interrupt sleep, but what doctors say is it's important to keep the volume as low as you can. Louder is not better, and when it comes to noise, this is a little hack. The biggest change to my sleep was when I got silicone ID tags or dog tag silencers for my dogs so they don't wake me up at night. It seems kind of niche, but a 2022 study from the American Academy of Sleep Medicine says 46% of Americans sleep with their pets in the bed.
Ooh.
Mine sleep on the floor, but they do still wake me up when their tags jingle. So that silicone pet tag made a big difference in my sleep.
All right, no judgments here. Whatever works for you, with the pets in the bed or not on the bed. All right, so pros and cons of sleep trackers. Love when I track my sleep. If I get a good night's rest, I feel really good in the morning, but if I don't, I'm frustrated, I'm upset.
Right, frustrated and upset is okay because that might make some change, but cons are that some studies have found sleep problems are more common among people who suffer from anxiety disorders. So if the devices and their data cause you stress, then that's not helpful for your sleep. The pros, though, for me, I'm kind of like you. I'm a data person, so when I can look at my Ring or my Apple Watch and see, hey, my REM sleep numbers or my deep sleep numbers were pretty good, even though I didn't really have a long night's sleep or it felt interrupted, that data gives me peace of mind. So, Rachel, I think you and I are saying use them if you like them, but if they bring you stress, ditch them.
All right, Becky, tracking it all for us. Happy holidays to you, my friend. All right, over to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Rach. We're in that final countdown to holiday gifts and just hours left to shop. GMA Lifestyle contributor Lori B is here with the last minute gifting 911. And Lori, you can still do this.
You can. And we know that, as you mentioned, the clock is ticking,
yes.
Rebecca. So what we wanted to do is say to people, here's your answer if you're stressed out. Subscriptions.
Yay.
You can get a high quality gift. You can avoid all that last minute shuffle, traffic, people, getting stressed out in the stores.
Yeah.
And you can do a subscription.
And there's something for everyone, so you can make it personalized if you have a foodie, for example.
Exactly. And also, Rebecca, we know people want to actually give a tangible gift, right?
Yes.
Because a subscription, you're like, but what do I give them? So we're going to take all the guesswork out of that for you. You give them
a cookie.
Yes. So our example is cookies, but you can give them anything that you are gifting them. So, for example, if you were doing Cookie of the Month Club, I'm going to turn this around. From Gold Belly, you would gift cookies. This one is actually an example of our Taste of New York from Gold Belly. They are extensive in what they offer. We both love their offerings. So you can do Cookie of the Month, you can do Pie of the Month, you can do Bacon of the Month, Barbecue of the Month, even Chefs of the Month. So, 1 month you'll get something from Jose Andres, and then the next month you'll get something from Michael Anthony, or our GMA friend Michael Simon. So lots of really great options. They start at $50, and it's regional as well. So it's across the country. It's a great thing to give to somebody who maybe moved away from home. And, the gift that keeps on giving.
It is a gift that keeps on giving because it keeps on going. Okay. Fitness fanatics.
Or anybody who wants to get in shape, you're going to gift them these cute little hand weights here.
Yes.
But what they're going to get, is from P-Vol.
Nice.
So a lot of us may have heard or seen P-Vol.
Isn't this Jennifer Aniston?
Yes, that's
She's
what I was
always
just
in
gonna
my feed with P-Vol.
Yes, mine too. And what's great about it is, she has said that this has changed her body, and I can't think of a better spokesperson.
Sure.
I'm like, I'm in.
Please.
I am getting this. So they'll get this equipment, and they will get access to over 1,400 live workout classes, one-to-one training. It's really incredible. It's all about strength and flexibility and building those core muscles. This is a fantastic gift for anybody who wants to get in shape and anybody who feels like 2025 is their year to really build up. We hear a lot about core and strength.
Yes.
This is what you need. So
stronger in 25.
There you go. Okay, you're going to gift them these notebooks and pens because they're going to want to take notes with Masterclass. I love the oohing and eyeing. So Masterclass Plus gives that accessibility for high quality content. You're giving them the gift of learning from all of the masters. Two of our very own, George Stephanopoulos and Robin Roberts, offer classes here in communicating. I will probably sign up for those. You can also get classes from Gordon Ramsay, Ava DuVernay, Mindy Kaling. Their options are endless, over 200 classes, and they're doing 50% off right now, so it will have benefited you to wait to the last minute.
I think there should be a Lori Wright stuff masterclass. I'm just putting it out there.
Thanks, RJ. And then you're going to gift them these cute scoops and ice cream holders.
Ice cream
what
lovers.
What they're going to get is Jenny's Ice Creams, Ice Cream Pint Club. You get 4, it's just curated, so they get to pick the flavors that they like. I know we just talked.
It's an ice cream delivery?
It's an ice cream delivery. I don't know if you guys have tried Jenny's Brambleberry Crisps, but Rebecca's husband and I, we're both big fans.
Yep.
So get in on that. And you can also get access to flavors that haven't even come out yet, guys. So if you have a really big ice cream fan in your life, this is the gift for them. And the kids, what if you go to the party and you're like, oh no, I forgot a gift for the kid?
How could you do that?
How could you do that? But you can print out these cute little KiwiCo boxes.
You can print these.
You can print these and just make them at home. And then what they're going to get, Rebecca,
this is great.
Is KiwiCo. What's awesome about this, you guys, it's one-stop shopping for kids from ages 0 up to 14 plus. STEM, engineering, biology, geography, anything you want. It's high quality, really well made. It's something the whole family can do.
Yep.
And my kids did this. It is fantastic for their brains. It is a gift you can feel really good about giving.
We do this, and we always look forward to the KiwiCo boxes because they always have a fun activity in them.
They do, and it keeps kids off screens. And it does seem like you really thought about it, even though you waited till the last minute.
Lori B.
Thank you.
You took care of us all season long, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Coming up, GMA's Family Game Mornings. We're going to try some games. Yes, we are.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Christmas carolers, our karaoke carolers, they're having so much fun out there. And our Jolly Holiday Countdown is on here. So if you're looking for ways to keep the family entertained while you're all together for the holidays, how about a little friendly competition? We're going to show you how to play some of the holiday party games that are going viral on social media right now. What could possibly go wrong here? Guys, are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this because you can play all these games with things you already have around the house right now. So for the first one, I'm reading these instructions because it's a lot. All you need are some bows, a bowl, a spatula, and a blindfold. So you're seeing that right there. Okay. This is the viral video that's going crazy on TikTok. Each player has to scoop bows into the bowl while wearing a blindfold, okay?
Okay,
whoever
so
gets the most wins. Okay, well, you weren't supposed to lower them yet, but here we go. All right, so ready to give it a try? So, okay, so here we go. Okay. Who can get the most bows in the bowl in 20 seconds, okay?
Are we going?
Yeah, well, she has started already, so go for it. Go for it. Here we go, 20 seconds. We got the countdown going.
I don't know if I'm scooping anything.
You got it.
It feels like, what's happening?
We got 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
6, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay. Rebecca, you had the head start.
She had the head start.
And she got almost done. Who won?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it between Lori?
Finish for Rachel.
I think Lori. I think Lori might have won. I don't know. Do we need a recount?
That is so sad.
All right.
I was scooping a lot of air there for a while, Gio. A lot of air.
But you got a lot in there. Okay.
You win.
It's a tie. Let's just call it a tie. Let's go to the next one because those extra holiday bows, you can actually put them to good use in this one here. So this is, you need some cups, string, and a roll of paper towels or toilet paper. So you tie the strings to a bunch of bows. You put matching colored bows on top of the cups, which all have fun little gifts under them, or, you know, cash. Cash is always good. Put the strings through the center of the roll. Each person pulls a string, and then they get the gift under the cup with the matching bow. I don't know. It's complicated.
You want me to go first?
Who's on first?
You
go
okay,
first.
here we go. Here we go. This is the string I'm picking.
Okay.
Yeah, hold the paper towel for me. Oh, gold. Gio, will you do the honors of the shiny golds?
The gold?
Yeah, what's underneath?
What's in there?
What is it?
Candy. Oh, it's a Skittle.
Yeah, I'm excited about
it. Here we go. I'm going for this one.
Go for it, Rachel.
Ooh, all right. So the maroon, dark maroon, this one right here.
More candy.
Wow. This is great already. I love this game.
Where is the cash?
Yeah, exactly.
I bet Rebecca gets the cash.
Silver.
Right there.
Oh! Frosted cookie biscuit.
Oh, it's a candle.
It's a candle.
Which one are you going to do?
It's a candle perfect for regifting. Okay, and here we go. What's this one? Here, okay, so this is a red one.
That one, I
think.
think.
Oh, it's this one.
Oh,
I got another Christmas candle. There you go. Oh, good. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and walk over to this one because this one looks really wild here. So okay. So Lori. So this one it requires teamwork. You have some candy canes. You have some string. You have a bottle or a cup. So let's get this bottle.
Okay.
We're gonna put it down here. It's a little bit. It looks a little like tug of war. And so you hold the string between the two here. And you try to get that candy cane into the bottle.
There we go.
There you go. You stand over here.
Okay.
All right, so let's see.
Teamwork here.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Let's see. Can you get it in? Let's go.
Bring it down. Bring it down nice and easy.
A little to the right. A little to the left.
You need to, okay.
Even the slightest movement.
Just a little bit more.
I don't know, Gio.
It feels like that arcade game with the claw. Come on, ready? Come on, down.
Give me a little help, Gio.
There we go.
My hands were shaking a lot during that one. It was all me. On this
hard?
It was hard.
It was definitely
Great.
Those were a lot of fun. Huh?
That was a lot of fun.
So you can play these at home. Just go ahead, rewind, watch it all over again. I like this one.
And
I think
this
really
one's
cool.
great.
I'm gonna try this one.
Don't forget to post it all over social media so we know you did play.
And now to a medical miracle just in time for the holidays. Ariel Ref Chef is back inside now after braving those frosty temps, and she joins us now. Hey, Ariel.
Hey, good morning again to you guys. This is a story of recovery, a story of being grateful for your health. The Johnsons had a major scare when McKenna was expecting their son. For weeks, she felt increasingly winded and fatigued. It was easy to chalk it up to just the normal course of pregnancy, but she knew that something felt off, and it turns out her instinct helped save her life. She was diagnosed with melanoma that had spread to her lungs.
Just months into her first pregnancy, 26-year-old McKenna Johnson developed a cough that just wouldn't go away. The daily tasks on the small Illinois farm she shares with her husband got more challenging every day.
We were working on putting new farm gates up. I just have a coughing fit and I couldn't breathe. Antibiotics didn't seem to do anything to improve it.
And although doctors were initially reluctant to perform an x-ray because she was pregnant, Mackenzie's breath became increasingly labored at 36 weeks. So they did a scan, which revealed this, a grapefruit-sized tumor in her right lung.
It was compressing her heart and lungs, which is can be quite catastrophic in a pregnant person.
McKenna was immediately life-flighted to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago. There, doctors performed an emergency C-section. The situation so precarious, McKenna was prepped for an ECMO machine to work on behalf of her heart and lungs. Baby Coulter was born early but healthy on March 31st.
It was a very big sigh of relief because going in, you're like, will we both make it out?
McKenna was soon dealt a second blow. The tumor was advanced melanoma, a deadly form of skin cancer that had somehow made its way to her lung. Doctors recommending immunotherapy to first shrink it before removing her lung along with the cancer entirely.
When we first heard the news, I was the one that broke down, and she turned to me and told me everything would be fine.
It's like, I want to live so hard right now. So just kind of tried to remain optimistic.
Miraculously today, doctors say there is no sign of cancer in her body.
There was actually no cancer cells left in this big tumor mass. It was just all dead tissue and scar tissue.
McKenna will continue her immunotherapy for another year, but for now, she is back to work, active on the farm, a busy mom, and thankful for the precious time with her family.
So far, it's just hoping for the best, to be as healthy as possible.
Our baby's healthy, and we have him here together, so it's everything we could have hoped.
precious time with that precious baby. And the Johnsons say that they're now sharing their story to encourage people to be their own health advocates when they know something is not right. Doctors say when detected early, melanoma can be highly treatable and the risk of spread is typically low. But as the disease advances, chances of spread and treatment complexity both increase. So if you spot a mole on your skin, remember A, B, C, D, E. That's the rule. A for asymmetry, B for irregular borders, C for color variation, D for diameter larger than 6 millimeters, and E for evolution. If that mole has changed in size, shape, or color over time, you definitely want to notice these features and talk to your doctor. But
so
a blessing there, and it's really a powerful message to be your own advocate.
Beautiful story.
Yeah, glad
Right.
that she's okay.
Ariel, thank you. All right, let's go to Danny Beckstrom. Danny, I don't know, with all the snow in New York, it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it is. It's about time, right? And GMA was there last week when our sponsor, Wells Fargo, announced a new $500,000 grant to Breaking Ground for a Harlem affordable housing development. This segment is sponsored by Wells Fargo. Their volunteers created a pop-up food pantry at one of those developments at 90 Sand Street in Brooklyn to provide residents with access to nutritious food during the holiday season. Tony and Grammy Award winner Renee Elise Goldsberry joined Wells Fargo and Breaking Ground to distribute food and holiday gifts to residents.
We're going now to our jolly holiday countdown. With Christmas just hours away, the day will be brighter for hundreds of thousands of families thanks to the generosity of people like you. Morgan Norwood has the story of Disney's ultimate toy drive.
From mouse ears to big cheers, holiday magic is taking flight with Mickey Mouse on a global adventure as part of Disney's annual Ultimate Toy Drive. This year, our favorite mouse embarked on a worldwide journey to personally deliver toys around the globe. Mickey's adventure began in New York City, where he joined Disney volunteers to pack up toys for donation.
My friends helped me pick out a bunch of great toys. Hot dog! There were so many to choose from.
From there, he traveled to Florida, teaming up with Disney Cruise Line to surprise students at Endeavor Elementary School near Port Canaveral.
Those kids' smiles made me grin from ear to ear.
And sailing aboard the Disney Wish, Mickey brought gifts to children in Nassau, Bahamas, before visiting hospitals and schools in Paris, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, Sydney, and Hawaii.
Oh boy, was it a wish come true for me. And a lot of fun, too.
Everywhere he went, he partnered with Disney volunteers to bring smiles to kids and families. Mickey wrapped up his journey back in the U.S., first visiting the Boys and Girls Club in Anaheim, California, then teaming up with the U.S. Marines for a special Toys for Tots event in Washington, D.C., and finally celebrating with families of critically ill children at Give Kids the World Village in Orlando. And with a little holiday magic, he made it back to Walt Disney World just in time, where I met up with Tajiana and Cora Brown, Director of External Affairs at Walt Disney World Resort.
Disney's Ultimate Toy Drive. This is so special.
It's that legacy of Walt himself, our employees, our cast members, our Imagineers, but also our fans, our guests who see that legacy of giving back, especially during this holiday season. And that's why they joined the Disney Ultimate Toy Drive, right? To give back during this season and deliver happiness.
You know, Tajiana, when a child opens a gift from this partnership, from the Ultimate Toy Drive, what are they really unwrapping?
It's something that helps them feel special, it brings them together, and that's what we do here at Disney.
For Good Morning America, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And our thanks to Morgan for that story. And by the way, we are talking a lot of toys. The grand total for this year, 513,050 donated globally.
That's amazing.
Incredible. It makes you feel so proud to work for this company.
It really does.
And coming up, our friends Kate and Charlie Gibson share their favorite books of 2024. Stay with us.
We're jamming here on GMA. Back now with some book suggestions that would make for some great last-minute gifts for your favorite readers. Here are the bookcase hosts, two of our favorite readers, Kate and Charlie Gibson, with their top picks for the people on your list.
We are very flattered that Good Morning America asked us to pick our favorite books as recommendations for Christmas. Each of the authors were interviewed on our podcast, The Bookcase with Kate and Charlie.
And somewhat surprisingly, numbers 1 and 2 on our list were the same.
Number 1 on our list is Time of the Child by Niall Williams. It is the story of a foundling child in the amazing fictional village of Fahad.
And the writing in this book is lyrical. Each sentence really is to be savored. And let me just quote the first words of the book. This is what happened in Fahad over the Christmas of 1962, in what became known in the parish as the Time of the Child. To those who lived there, Fahad was perhaps the last place on earth to expect a miracle.
And of course, what is Christmas but a miracle? So we asked Niall about some of the risks that he took when he wrote the book, and he said, I think the biggest risk that I took was writing about human goodness. It's just a beautiful book that you will love.
The other book that both of us wanted to recommend is a little bit different. This is a book that Kate describes as the perfect book for book nerds.
It is from Ann Patchett, the annotated version of Bel Canto. Bel Canto was written 20 years ago, and in this edition, she goes back and page by page makes notes in the margins about what she thinks she got right and what she thinks she got wrong. And she's hard on herself. In Bel Canto, she wrote, one day everything had the saturated quality of a book dropped into a bathtub. And her margin note is, how can a day be like a book dropped in a bathtub?
A metaphor needs to make sense.
Kate, what were your other 2 books?
I am going to go ahead and recommend George Stephanopoulos' The Situation Room. Everybody has nonfiction lovers on their list this year. The other book is Table for Two by Amor Towles, which is, to me, one of the best books of short stories I've ever read. Every story in this book is a jewel.
How about me? Jodi Picoult's book, By Any Other Name. This is a really different book. It is about 2 female writers, one contemporary and one back in Shakespeare's time. Jodi's thesis is that Shakespeare could not have written his plays by himself, that he had to have help. And she has all sorts of evidence for that. So read it as a really good tale, and then read it to see if you buy her thesis. And my other book, Tell Me Everything, by the wonderful Elizabeth Strout. The ending, I think, is perfect. There are so many different relationships, and you wonder how they're going to resolve. That's what novels are. They're wonderful, wonderful stories. I do want to thank you for including me this morning. That has made things nice.
We want to wish everybody
all the blessings of this very special season.
Yeah, and happy reading to one and all.
Oh, love that turn of the hat, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
good.
All right, thanks to Kate and Charlie. I'm adding those to our list. Now, be sure to check out The Bookcase wherever you listen to your podcast. New episodes air every Thursday.
And we want to say a big thank you to the students from Repertory Company High School for Theater Arts, our karaoke carolers, all morning long out there enjoying it.
So great. They were incredible. We've been jamming out, rocking out all morning long. They were excellent. All right, thank you so much for watching.
We wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah.